Global warming, since the science really isn't settled, and it really would tear up the state's economy. Where do you stand on that opinion?
Right. This is a major piece of legislation that will most likely be acted on or resolved within the next couple of months of the legislature. As the bill is currently before us, I oppose the bill. The bill is very comprehensive. There are some good things in it that I think would be positive for our trying to encourage further alternative fuels and expanding our energy portfolio. But I think the bill is detrimental in regard to businesses, specifically manufacturing type businesses' ability to continue to operate in our state. What the bill would do is it would enact in Wisconsin some of the highest emission standards, the highest emission standards of any state in the nation. And emissions are, the emissions that a business might release when it's manufacturing things or its equipment is running, or even the emissions that we emit when we're driving our vehicles in the state. And this bill would have Wisconsin have the highest emission standards of any state in the nation. And we've been told by major manufacturing employers in Wisconsin that it will make it almost impossible for them to expand and grow and maybe even sustain themselves in the state. Now, I believe that we all, and the businesses that operate in the state have to be good stewards of our environment, but we as human beings and industrial and manufacturing jobs are part of our environment as well. And so we have to be finding that balance in which we're working with our businesses to help them to be good stewards, but it isn't good by pushing them out and having so many high burdens and regulations in place that they can't function here in Wisconsin. The other big concern that I have is that while I support looking for and trying to encourage more alternative energy use, the push here is probably a little extreme, and I think a huge cost is going to be borne by the ratepayers. There are estimates that say utility rates in Wisconsin could go up by 30 to 50% if this bill were to be enacted into law. And I definitely don't think we should be doing that now, considering the state of our economy and the challenges that people are going through with fixed incomes and no Social Security type increases and things like that. But we have to be cognizant of that. Those changes end up having an impact on rates. What I've heard is that this is Governor Doyle's bill, and he's pushing it big time. He thinks that we should take the lead in the nation on this issue, even though the federal government has decided, saying, you know what, there's some good ideas here, but our economy just can't handle that right now. Governor Doyle continues to push it. I'm hearing, though, that there may not be the support in the legislature for it, because there are more no votes like mine than yes votes. But what I'm concerned about is that I'm hearing they're maybe thinking now of breaking it down into a couple of smaller bills with the hopes then that they can push everything through, but it won't be in one big package. And they'll be able to kind of fool us into thinking, that they've made some changes when really it's all there. It's just in a couple smaller packages. So I'm trying to keep an eye on all that. And again, right now my concern is strong enough that I would vote against the bill.